Albert here. I was currently busy setting everything up in a new place where there is less wind because where I was sitting before was quite bad. So yeah, this is a lot better. I hope the internet connection is also doing fine because this place is a little bit more away of my internet connection. So yeah. So hi all, welcome. I'm starting. Can you guys hear me good? Hello, Try Goldman, Metal, Battle Warfare Bricks, Lego Pack, Brick Attack. Hello, welcome. Good to see I'm being heard. All right, fine. So, how's everybody doing? Hi, Clone. For myself, I'm doing quite all right. The last few days have been quite busy with gaming myself. Subnautica came out of early early release. Yeah, my English. And I've been playing it ever since again. I've played about nearly 200 hours when it was in beta, and the last few days about, well, with today. Where's the number today? In the last few days, I played 15 hours. For the rest, building at the moment. I've been busy with a few small things. If you have seen my, if you follow me on Flickr, you probably would have seen what I've been busy with. I've been building some cars at the moment again. Still working on another one. At the moment, I've built two Citroen Tractions Avance, civilian colors, and currently working on one for the French / Germany. Can be used by both. They both did camos with those, but that's what I'm currently really up to. And for the rest, I kind of want to do. I have currently for rest planning out new builds that I want, or well, I'm planning out. I'm currently trying to figure out my next big build. And for the rest, yeah, busy with work. Just before the end of the year, I got a new job, so I'm still a lot of learning, a lot of new things there. So that's my main thing, what I'm currently doing. And for the rest, yeah, taking it easy. But let me share the screen so I can show you what I'm up to. I'm currently only having one computer screen, so that's a little bit more annoying for me personally. If in my Lego room I would have two screens, so it's a bit more easy. Also can see the chat. Let me see. Yes, it's working. But these two are my latest builds. These are Citroen Traction Avance Cabriolet versions. This type of car was also used in the third Indiana Jones movie. At the moment when they escaped the Zeppelin and crash landed the plane, they steal one in a white tannish from an old dude and try to outrun the German fighters. Which then comes to that moment when the German fighter crashes into the tunnel and passes by them for exploding completely. And then they got After the other one drops a bomb on the road, they crash the car. So yeah, but this is my latest build at the moment. So for the rest, that's what I really have been up to. Yeah, good old Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's actually currently considering like doing a little scene on it with the tunnel bit, as that can be quite fun. I'm not quite sure which aircraft they used. I think they just took something World War II-ish and not really an official aircraft of the time, or they got like a trainer aircraft and just put some guns on it. So yeah. And the other thing, yeah, I've been currently trying to do is putting that a font in a bit more of a military color. And Tri Goldman, they used an Italian plane, really? I need to look that up, which one they used. So yeah. And the other thing that I'm working on at the moment is the font in the more normal version with the closed rooftop and with the 4 doors and everything. And that is this one, but I'm not really considering putting 4 doors in it because it's actually a bit too long. This is one of the versions that I'm playing with. This is what I've more in thought at the moment. This is the only camel that really works with all the parts that I need for some specific parts. So yeah. So the color combo will be dark green with dark orange and tan. It's actually quite challenging getting the rooftop and everything done. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm even going to finish it if it comes out bad, because buying all the parts for it will be quite expensive to some extent because of the color choices. Still, I got the most expensive part so far with the 10 hink piece, because I recently bought one, so that's like the most expensive part, like €5 that cost it. And the roof is also because of the shape, has a few gaps at the moment, but I'm going to fill it up because I want to place a bush on it. Right. But what I want to base it on more or less is this one. This is I want to place like a bush on it, maybe also something in front of it, but mainly on it, like seen here in this photo. It's not the highest quality, but I also can't find any other bigger one before. So yeah, but this is how I want to make it look like in general, with a bush on top of it. I think it will be quite nice to do. So yeah. Also, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask away. To Brickman, yo, welcome to the stream. Bricks, you sound like a Dutch guy talking English. Well, I am. Thanks, Pasir, boss. To Brickman, when will you post your next mock? Once I get around building one. Still will be a while before I do that. Um, Basibos, what do you think about my new mark? Is it on YouTube or uh, Flickr? I think I've seen something pass by, but didn't watch it, or it was somebody else. But I think I know what seen it passing by somewhere. Lego Pack. Do you guys play Call of Duty? Not the latest one, and also not the versions released before that. The I only have the original, the expansion pack of that in Call of Duty 2. I'm personally not that big a fan of the latest Call of Duty. At the same time, my current computer can't run it. I think it's a bit too old, my laptop. So yeah, it's not bad. It can handle games quite well, but I think a AAA like that, I think would be on 720p and then like low settings. And if I would play it, I would play it on high. I want to play it on high settings, but at the same time, I'm not really not a fan. I watched some videos on it. Within 5 minutes, I was going, yeah, I'm not sure. And within 15 minutes, I stopped watching. So yeah, for a storage perspective and how everything is presented, I have a few moments with it. And for gameplay, I don't know. I've played it yet. It may play amazing at that point. So for the rest, it looks good. How it plays, I don't know. And story-wise, I'm a bit on it. It's not as accurate as I hoped it would be. So yeah. But yeah, that's my personal opinion of what I've seen on it so far. So yeah, but I personally really like the old ones. Because it also was like my first entry into World War II games. So it's also like a bit of nostalgia for me at this point. And let me check the chat up a little bit. 6 people watching. Yeah. For the rest, at the moment, I am kind of planning on doing a next mark or working out an ID for a mark to do for not Hardenberg, one before that, but also I've mainly for Hardenberg, but there's also like a small event that if it's going to happen again, I'm going to in May. It was last year in May, so yeah. That's more or less the plan to settle on a bigger project this year, mainly for Hallenberg, which I can work on for a longer time. Last year I did a 3 marks, but all in a shorter amount of time to work on. So yeah, this year I do want to step up. Hell, maybe I even going to end up doing a collab with a few of the other guys that if they come to Hallenberg, maybe I'm going to end up doing a collab with them. Who knows? Still early enough days to go one way or another. And for the rest, yeah, building vehicles again. One thing I have to build before the end of the year is a Churchill tank, because I have a little bit of a special reason for it, which because I ordered some parts for a special variant of the Churchill, one of the ARVs, and it's going to be, well, it already is expensive, the ID that I have. That much is already spent. But yeah, I'm planning on building a Churchill the coming time. I have on other tank projects I can do at the moment. And for the rest, yeah, maybe doing a few more French vehicles. I also kind of want to do Italian again. Cars at the moment, I have more or less enough. I have a little bit of everything I want in size and whatnot. So yeah, that's a little bit my plans for this year. The one real project I want to do at the moment is something not Lego, but building my own gaming PC. So I'm still need to figure out I'm going to do all that, but I'm kind of looking forward. It's kind of nerve wracking in some way because if I fuck up, well, getting it fixed. But for the most, I'm looking forward to have finally a good computer for gaming and other stuff. Seabricks. I saw some videos on YouTube mentioning Hardenberg. Is there some kind of beurs? Seabricks, are you Dutch? Yes, it's a Lego convention in the Netherlands that I have been going to. Well, I've been going there to just watch for, I think, about 8 years, something like that. And I've been standing there since 2013. So this would be my 4th year, if I'm correct, or 5th. Anyway, it's like one of probably the biggest Lego convention in the upper parts of the Netherlands around summer. The other one I think currently is back would be in Zwolle. They this year they ended up doing like a not 100% like a Lego convention, but like Lego and other stuff. But before there was in Zwolle was Lego World, and then it went to Utrecht and the Netherlands to make it more central. And it ended up being run by Lego. And this year, the old group that originally started went back to Zwolle. So that one, I'm not sure, but it should be quite big on size. What they ended up doing last year's Lego World, the biggest convention in Europe and the Netherlands, was held like in a span of a week, between 2 weeks, and like 3 days later they held a convention in Zwolle. So I was like, oh my guys, are you really kidding me? Because all the good builders will be at Utrecht at Lego World, because well that is where you would go, and you do it like 3 days later. So everybody that just got back or isn't going to go to that. So yeah, I also didn't go to look there because I went to Lego World. So that was enough Lego for me for 1 week. So yeah, hello Martin Brick, welcome back. But yeah, Hardenberg. I've been going there a few years. A few other Dutch World War II builders at the time. They aren't active really anymore. At least not the last 2 years. I've been standing with them. Last year I was there with Lego Lucas and Molekot. I hope they come again. I have actually seen the date. In August it will be this year in Hardenberg, the event. I think it was like the 5th and 6th of August, something like that. So yeah, I also haven't told those guys, so I maybe need to do that in a while, maybe to see if they can plan in so we can stand together again. Martin Brick, for what did you miss? Well, I talked a little bit about what I've been recently building, so my traction events, if you haven't seen them on Flickr. And for the rest, what I'm kind of planning for the coming year, so I'm still planning a little bit on what type of mark I want to do, and if I want to do a collab for maybe Hardenberg, and actually at least want to do a bigger mock this year, like a larger project, because first off, I was from a big part of last year without a job and currently having a job again, so I'm making more money, which is always good. So I can finance that a little bit better. But at the same time, I also want to go bigger anyway, like every year. So Last year I already got back into mark building because the year before that I kind of skipped out and just went with my vehicles and didn't really like it. I personally enjoyed more to go with a mark. So yeah, and yeah, last year I really was getting a little bit back into swing of things with mark building. It's different than vehicle building. I find it, at least. It asks different ways of working. So yeah. Also, I see a lot of Dutch guys joined. Well, it's still early in the evening, so that isn't too surprising. Um, for the rest, well, if you're going next year or this year, we will probably meet if we hadn't last year. Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else that I met of my subscribers, but yeah, we will meet. I live on Seabricks. I only live 20 kilometers from Haller. I am going to see you for sure. Well, I would do that. Let me see. Let me see when it is. By the way, these are the guys. This is a Dutch website, but this is like the group that is organizing it. It's the 4th and 5th of August this year. Alrighty. So yeah. But then it's that is the date when it will be, and I will surely be there. So yeah, I will take a mark along, and just don't know what it will be. I kind of maybe want to do something D-Day ish, and for the rest, maybe Battle of France or something Sicilian. But that's let's see and wait. What what I'm going to do. For the rest, I've currently one more video that I need to edit and upload. It's actually not my stuff, but last year I went to here in the Netherlands to Venray, and I met two builders with two one with a Saving Private Ryan mock. I uploaded that last weekend, if you haven't seen it. And the other one has like a massive vehicle collections, and I actually uploaded one vehicle of it, but he had like another 50. So I'm going to edit that down, and you will get to see a World War II collection of 50 vehicles in total, which is massive, and they're not small builds at that point. That guy didn't even bring along everything he owned. So yeah, but I actually knew that guy from online for many years now. When I joined Flickr, he was already one of the more well-known names, and he's still a great builder. So yeah, it was a lot of fun meeting him. At that point, I started talking at one point, and it felt like 10 minutes, but 1 hour had passed. So yeah. Muscle break, maybe Battle of Sudan. It is something for you. It's strange. Yeah, it's strange. It's also the biggest tank battle. So yeah, maybe. But at the same time, I did like 3 Battle of France mocks last year. So I'm kind of want to do something a little bit different. Also, if you guys have any questions or want me to check out something, please go ahead. At that point, Pasir, I will check out your mock later on. It should be in my subscriptions feed, so don't worry, I will check it out. As for the rest, yeah. Yeah, the only thing I'm currently really working on is my little car at the moment. That is being quite difficult. It's challenging because of the shape and everything. It just takes a while to completely figure it out, because especially like this bit, this is not how it should be. The top bit is quite correct, and also the length where it ends, but like the sloping down at the moment is still off. It's quite specific on how it's is shaped. I'm actually first planning on working out the bit below this and figure it out from there pretty much. Sea breaks have to go for now. We use them all time. Uh, have fun watching that. I personally am not a fan of that, but a lot of people love it. So yeah. Veel plezier met Wie is de Mol kijken. En ik hoop dat Lego Animations met hier toch een beetje blij mee is dat ik even Nederlands praat. Maar ik ga nu weer snel naar het Engels voor de rest afhaakt. So yeah. Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Love your name still. Welcome to this stream. And Iris Octopus thingy, welcome also. And well, I'm sure it can do donuts. I still haven't tried out really. So yeah. For the rest, do I have any other fun projects at the moment? Oh yeah, I could show something else that I've been, well, neglecting to finish off in LDD so far. One of my loyal subscribers was kind enough to share some instructions on a specific model that I've been talking about many times. So yeah. I still need to. I also have the stuff, the instructions for the wings. So I still need to build the wings in LDD. I am planning on building, well, not exactly this model, but using this as a base to make it a bit more to my own liking. So yeah, this is one of those projects. Actually, out of the instructions, at some point I was checking out. It just got my job again, and checked out Brickyzuma, and they actually had it on stock again. I was like, should I buy it? But it's more than €300. It's so expensive. So yeah, Mouse and Break, can you show us a couple of your minifigures? I asked it in a live stream before this one, so I can. The problem is currently I moved rooms at the moment, so I'm not in my Lego room at the moment. So that would be quite hard. I'm not even sure how my. I think the lighting is actually pretty good here, so. I think. How good is this? Stop. Let me think. Well, I could fetch some minifigures, but I need to walk away for a moment. I will wait for that for a little bit. No. But yeah, showing it off. Do I have any minifigures at the moment in my stream? Well, the only the real thing you can what you can do is pick up my collection vehicle thingy, because I actually have a decent amount of my figures in that, like German soldiers, and if you really want to see that, for the rest, yeah, or else I really need to get them, but I may save that for later. So shall we wait with that for a little bit, and then forget? Let's do it then. But yeah, maybe I should like do a separate video on my minifigures, because last year I did a video on my vehicle collection. If you haven't seen it, I think most have. It's one of my 6th most video at the moment, something like that, 5th most. So yeah, I may be fun to do like one similar one on my figures for anybody interested. Well, going back to a little bit to up in the chat, because I missed some stuff. So, Live Waffles, welcome. Try Goldman. If I could build as good as you, I would be the ultimate animator. Well, that may be true. Still, having like spectacular models is nice and all, but if you can properly use them for animations, like if they are so good that they actually break easily and everything, that would actually be quite a pain for me, because it also needs to, as an animator, it needs to be functional. So if you can't properly put your hands everywhere, or have the place to like move minifigures and everything, that would be quite a handful. I've still some footage of animations. I tried it today, but can still upload it. I still need to actually upload my very first animation when I originally bought my first camera. Well, it will be like 20 seconds long. So yeah, but that would be one of those things that's quite fun to do. I actually bring at some point considering, yes, I try it out myself again, but at the same time, I don't have the fucking patience for that. It really eats up a lot of time. It's also like sound animations. What I personally would do more, if World War II, I would more go like, if you know the channel HCT, do you guys know this channel? But if you've ever seen this channel, I would actually recommend watching this, because there's some quite good videos. It's like music videos with all a lot of World War II footage. This is one I really like. Let me show a little bit. I'm not sure how this will look in the stream, but yeah. But this personally, I really love this. What they do, like editing it all down and everything. If you haven't looked these guys up, I would. They have like several theaters, like Stalingrad, Normandy, Africa, and some like this one is really well edited with the music. It's really powerful. So now it's like the music starts up slow, and it really works up so well. But yeah. And also like this is like mainly, if I look at this is like so much inspiration, and I was like, this is something I would like to try if I would do animations, because it's like not a full out work script, but more like because I'm not really used to it, you can do like moving vehicles and small scenes, so it doesn't really have to be like one cohesive story to make, and more like you really can more play around with it and set the mood with music and everything. So you also don't have to, also saves a little bit on like sounds footage, and you need with guns and everything. So yeah. But I'm going to stop now, because I'm not sure what this will do. for the stream if I'm going to be flagged for showing off all the stuff. Dingman de Valk, welkom. Dat ik een stream zie van Rebla. Well, welcome. Sir Luftwaffles, everyone slow down for Rebla. Maybe you can build an AC artillery retractor. Ooh, which one is that? Oh, that one. Yeah, that one is quite cool. That is somewhere on my to-do list of stuff. Sir Luftwaffles, I was wondering if you could check if my Firefly seems correct. Where do you need to check? Here on YouTube or Flickr? Can you give me a little bit of direction where I need to go in that? Otherwise, if you guys want to give me links, please do the following. Go to my channel and then go to discussions, which is here. It's like sometimes people ask me stuff and everything. So if you want to post a link, say it, and because I don't think you can post a link in the stream and post it here. Lego animations. Or do a German battleship. Yeah, that would be fun, but that would be massive. Well, I've like one ship in mind. I can show it off. And my Flickr account, it's the same. Also, if you go to my account or my homepage, it will have a link here at the top with actually Flickr on it. So you can easily find that. But the one German boat I kind of want to do is actually, where did I put it in this? I've like a massive folder of thousands of photos of military stuff, aircraft, tanks, tank destroyers, and whatever you want. Let me check where I put it. What was the name? Yes. Oh, wait, I know where I need to be. Vehicles. Aha, here it is. Yep. Comments. Yep. You sent me a link. I will check it right out. But first, let me show off the boat that I want to show off. One thing at a time. But this little boat here is an S-boat. Martin Brick, I have to go. Well, goodbye until next time. But an S-boat is one of those, a small German torpedo boat. It's another one more famous. But this one I really like because you also see it in Call of Duty United Offensive expansion pack on the original Call of Duty. You actually drive around in it in the... boat thingy itself, and that was the drawing. And this is the boat itself. It's quite fast. It shoots out torpedoes from the back. I also think it's on water at that point. So yeah, but the only real German boat I really would like to make is this one. So yeah, that's still quite small. If I would build it, it would be, I still think, still like 30 centimeters or something, or 40. It's still quite long. It is somewhere relatively high on my to-do list, so the possibility of actually me building this is quite high. But I'm not a boat builder, so this one will take some trial and error. So yeah, but this is really on my quite high on my to-do list. That's why it's also got like I've saved like a link here to find it. I actually should save the photos to my computer. Zetas Films, hello, welcome. Warlego, hey, hello, welcome. The Dark Process, my French, no. So, the Dark Productions, I take your French and can do English. Well, I'm Dutch, and it's either Dutch, extremely bad German, or English, and my French is bad. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. So levels, yeah, that will be refreshing. I've seen someone build that before. It's also quite rare. There was like because it's an S boat, but at the same time they that's or it goes under the type of S boat, so it's a snell boat, but it's the type is LS. It's an LS boat or something like that, and every number is a boat produced. So here are top they show of like LS7 and LS12. They only produced hands full of these. So they are really not quite common. So yeah. Stella's Films, have you seen MJ Laura's Panzer of the? I think I've seen it on Flickr before. I haven't watched this video. I don't watch all his videos because he generally also uploads the photos. So I just watch the photos. Let me check it out. MJ Laura. Oh yeah, I've seen it before. When did he upload it? Quite a while ago, actually. But no, I have seen it. I'm not sure if he updated since he did the video, but I have seen it. Oh, but yeah, it's quite nice. But anyway, there was a link here. Going to close this one down. Dark Production, good day, goodbye. But yes, let's get back to the question at hand. Like I mentioned, goodbye. Tja, ik ben bezig met dat tank eerste stage. That's pretty cool. You're building a Titanic. So that's from any mark ideas for this year? I'm still working on it personally as what I want to build this year. Sorry. But no, any big ideas at the moment, I do have not. So yeah, for marks this year. I'm really not sure. I want to check out if like Molagol or Lucas are coming to Hardenberg. Last year they did a collab together. Maybe we can do like this year one together in a whole if they come. Who knows what else? A little bit along the way. I'm currently more interested in building a few more vehicles, and after that, yeah. Lego animations, Cetus Films, PT 109. Okay. Anyways, as for the Sherman Firefly, who asked me this again, oh my god, this chat is going faster than I think. Oh yeah, Circle of Waffles. Let's get to your Sherman Firefly. Can you post me actually a photo of the bag, because I'm actually looking at it and I'm looking at this bit here and I want to see this a little bit better. So if you have a close-up of this a little bit better, that would be quite nice. For the rest, it actually is quite nice. Well, on the bell, do you have like the Technic connector piece at the front, and is that like one of those Technic not pins yeah, anyway, moving on. Track setup seems nice, quite good. You probably used those 10 tech pins here at the front gear, if I'm looking at it. Those are 3 long ones. You could probably get those dark gray tech pins that are like 1.5 long and use a bit of flex tube and put like 2 together, so you would have those on color. I think that would work. Yeah, I do think that would work. For the rest, Norvold's a nice, clean-looking model in what I see of it, so that's quite good. Not a lot to complain about in the overall. Nothing really obvious is missing. You could add headlights at on the mudguards at the front as an extra detail. For the rest, looks quite good. What do you say? Luftwaffles, yeah, it uses a bit of Brickmania Sherman and a bit of Brick Baton Sherman. I know Brick Baton, but I'm not too up to date on how their design looks. Yeah, well, Brickmania do go no good enough, and I can see you use the track setup. For the rest, yeah, quite good. If you have posted in the main wall photo of the back. Yes, you did. Good boy. Let's have a look at the back, because that is quite nice. I really like the sloping you did. Did you use the same technique as Brickmania used at the time with the new Hing pieces? Or did you go a little bit of different routes? Because it's really similar, and I quite like it. So yeah, overall, nicely done. One thing I do spot now. This bit here on the back of the turret, I see you use a tech pin there, like is it only connected with the one? Because if you build this in real life, this will give problems because um, it's the way I look at it now. Because it's like it's connected by one piece, which actually can turn around. So I actually would go for a more solid solution for that, because I think it may bite you in the ass if you keep it like that. If it's connected the way I think it is. Oh, did you use 2x2 plate with pin on it on the top? As looking at the way the third is built up. So I think you did it that way. That's the most logical one, but that will bite you in the ass. That will start turning around in the end. Because, well, I can show you what I think it is. Because you... Green Beret Wolf. Well, I'm only this far with Stuka. I still need to do the wings. I kind of forgot about it. But let me show you what I mean, because I think what you did was this. I think you did this trick. You use this piece, and it is built up like this. Because, well, what the pieces are for is to make it turn around. So what you can do is remove those, and if you're watching, well, see you're watching it because you are listening, but what you can do is use something like this with like these headlight bricks, and it would be fine. But you also could use, well, like these ones with the holes in it. These are one of the solutions. You can also really go next level, and because I do think it exists in the correct color. Not this one. This one. Yeah, because this is free build. But I would actually and it would look smoothest like that. But the only problem is you need to do a lot more work from the other side now to make it connect. So this is actually more challenging, but I think from this side it would look best. But if you just use these and like those headlights bricks, use the headlight bricks, it should be fine. Green Beret Wolf. You really... Thank you. By the way, I think it should be... I should still get it, I think, but extra as of next month, as this month is actually monetized for the moment, I still should get it because of the new YouTube policy, I actually don't have enough watch time. I have enough followers, so as of next month, this channel will be demonetized. So and what I've been reading also is the things that I did earn, I should get, and the last few months I've been uploading a few more videos. So at the moment I was actually at like 99% of being paid out. So with that, I probably would get to the payout limit. Green Beret Wolf, but this is the last time you actually can give me money for a live stream, or I should do like another one. But that's not even the point of me earning money. It's more of me having fun doing this. But yeah, just saying. So if after next month, if everything this channel is being, well, I can't earn any money, I will actually make sure, because everything is set in the right way. So even then there won't be any ads anymore. So if you don't use ad blocker, so there won't be any ads here anymore. I hope, at least. Or a video should be hit with another copyright strike with the other one when you use illegal music. But I'm generally good with that. But the one other thing that I'm still not sure about is if I can do live streams every next month. I've been looking it up, and I think I can, but I'm not sure. So this may be very well one of my last live streams if it doesn't work anymore, because I'm not part of the YouTube partner program. So yeah, how many of you guys are still watching? Because still 9 people, not bad. Did I miss anything in the chat? Since the filmed law, my older brother walks into the door with a big ass Star Wars set. Well, good for him. Like I mentioned, do you have the Lego modules? No, I do not. I generally don't really spend money on Lego at all on like sets. I spend extreme amounts of money on Bricklink at times. Well, extreme, a lot. The amount of money I've spent this year so far on Lego since this year started is a lot, quite high. Let's not go in numbers, but I've spent a nice fortune already. But yeah, sets go not really. I'm still a big fan of the minifig collectibles, and I actually bought like 2 Lego Batman movie sets this year. The Cookie Monster thing, or Clayface it was, and the thing with the arms, bat arm thing that runs, because that's quite cool. So that's from, wait, is this your design talking to me, or waffle bricks of Luft waffles? Green Beret Wolf, no. Luftwaffles, yeah, I'm sorry about the YouTube thing. I must say, yeah, because the problem is, I can show that off. Yeah, let me show that off, because the problem is pretty much because you need to have so many. Well, you need to my English, but you need to have a channel X amount and is X amount watched, and the one thing, I have enough subscribers. You need over 1,000 subscribers. That's the one thing I have, so that's good. But the one thing I don't have is enough watch time, and you need 4,000 hours of watch time in the last year, and I don't have that. I only have over the last year. One thing annoying about it is that YouTube actually does minutes itself, so I actually need to convert it. But I have 100,000 minutes of watch time, which comes out to 1,600 hours, which is over 2,000 hours too short. So for the time being, I will lose monetization. At the same time, I'm not making a lot of money, because you can see what the estimated amount of money is that I've earned in the last year, which is not a lot. It's not enough to be getting paid out. At the same time, because of all the stuff that happened the last year, and the YouTube land, like ads are being pulled, so you start earning less and less. So at the time when I did like the Battlefield video, if I, right at that moment had monetization, I would have been paid out at least once already, because that went like madness. So yeah, but the one thing I currently don't know is if I can do live streams later on. I think I can, but I'm not sure. So yeah, the only real solution to this is actually upload a lot of videos, or a lot of videos that get a lot of views, and more people so yeah, more people see it, and so I get to all the set requirements to get monetized again. But that is not the thing that really is driving me to upload videos or doing live streams, because I find it quite a lot of fun to do in general of what I upload now. So yeah. Ooh, Jacksepticeye uploaded another video on Subnautica. Ooh, I really love the game myself. I've been playing it pretty much the whole day. But yeah. Greenberg I sent you the current design of the file. I have it, you know. Lego animations for your boat. Can you? Yeah, I know the guy. I actually met the guy like twice, because I'm part of a Lola, a Lego club thingy. I actually go to like meetings and stuff like that at times. That's private, just for the people that are willing to go and are part of that group. So I actually met a guy. Actually, I've seen his stuff before, because I think I have not this one. Because if I go to my Flickr account, a Russian name that I cannot say. Hello from Russia. Welcome. If I go here, and I think I have it here. Maybe not. Well, at least that one. But did I meet him then? Did I meet him last year? No. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, he's a fantastic boat builder. He's, I think, the best around, pretty much. I'm not too big in the world of boat building. The other guy I do know, still need to meet, also recently did a really good job on a sailboat. This is the big one from Germany. Everybody, I think most people will know or recognize to some extent. This is the first time he actually built like a proper boat. This is amazing. This is like, well, I want to say Lego porn to watch it, because it is fantastic. If you want to, for the rest, he has a collection that at that point he has one of the biggest collections, military collections, somebody can own. And the guy is younger than me. I don't know where he gets the money from, but he used to be known as Belgian Way Toy Builder, but he just uses his name now, pretty much as Jeffrey. I generally call him, but he's a fantastic builder. I know him as long as I'm on Flickr, and he was before me on there. But we generally inspire each other at times. It's turned out. Oh my god, the chat is going fast. Sure. Green Bread Wolf, do you want any other big menus? I got a few more things you may want. Yeah, maybe the char beat is like a part of the front track sections on how he did that, but you really if you want it, you can give it me. You know my email address at this point. But for the rest, I don't have a lot of models I currently know from Brickmania that I really, really want to build myself. The biggest one is the one you already gave me. Because I generally have like vehicles I want to do that nobody else has done, or I know better examples of at times. So yeah. So the Sharpie one maybe, but for the rest I'm good. Lego Dimensions. Oh. Chat is going too fast. Oh, it's not going fast. I thought it was going faster than I thought, but I was wrong. Lego Animations. Ook goed, maar als ik naar Hallo ga, hoop ik dat ik je tegenkom. Well, if you go to Hardenberg next year, I will be there. I know I will be there. Something I should be like really, really sick or in a car crash for me not to be there. Just to say how bad it should be, but I will be there. One thing you do need to know about me, I walk around a lot. If I'm not standing at the place where my mark is, alone or with anybody else, I will be walking around. So, and it has becoming less, but it's like still 50% of the time, or like 40. I will be walking around, looking at builds, and more, looking at builds, pretty much talking to other builders. Half of a convention, I will be walking around and just talking to somebody else. So the chance of finding me at the right moment when you find my builds it's possible, but relatively small. I would advise, if you can't find me the first time, to come back later in like half an hour. And if you even feel, then I would wait another bit or just keep staring at the builds or something. But generally speaking, I walk around, so you may actually quite easily miss me, even if you find my builds. If you like only have like a few hours to really hang around, if you like the whole day to hang around, generally speaking, then I will be. You will probably find me, but yeah. Also, generally, if you come like really early or really late, then it's also one of the moments I generally take the time to walk around, because there are less people. So when it's busiest, I generally tend to stick around more. So yeah. Sullivan's, damn, that looks amazing. Yeah, his stuff does look good. Brickhead War Production would say is the best tank builder on Flickr. The best? Oh, there are contenders, and I'm not one of them. I think it would be the guy you just showed, Jeffrey. One I still need to do a video on. Lieutenant Pineapple, great name, by the way. He's been doing more Star Wars stuff at the moment, but he has over 50 vehicles of military stuff, mainly German, but also Allied stuff. So the biggest thing that I don't really like about this build is that he does customize parts. So he does really cut plates and stuff like that. He even makes like custom parts from like model builders would do. So that's the biggest thing I dislike about stuff. And I've talked about it and also said that, well, I love your builds and I don't really mind you doing that, but I would never do it like that. That's the way I think about it. I would personally never do it. The only thing I would cut is like Lego rope. I actually buy in Lego rope, generally speaking, because it's you also can in like 3 sizes, and like if you just get the generic rope you use for knitting, sewing it's too thin, and Lego rope you have the few sizes, so it's actually that's a bit easier. If I really would look around on the internet, I probably will also find like thicker rope anyway, but that's the easiest way for me. generally speaking, if I can go full Lego, he would do it. But sometimes he uses he cuts parts, which is a bit of a shame. But it's hard for testing models to look at in general. And other people, oh man, it is actually quite hard. It's also one of those things. It's really a preference. Like MJ Louder. I think most of you guys may also know from Flickr or YouTube. He isn't also a bad builder. At times, he sometimes some designs I like more than the other. Another one that's a smaller size is this guy Eric P. He actually did a really nice Tony recently, but he does 145, and he's actually probably the best builder at it. So I really, really like his stuff. So yeah, for the rest, that's a hard one to say which is the best. I also have custom brake models. Custom brake as in the German guys. I think you mean them. You're right. Check. Yeah, the German guys. They actually offered, after everything that happened like last year with the whole instruction video affair thing with Martin Ludwig, our favorite German kit builder, right, guys? Let me take a sip of my beer on that one. But anyway, the guys from Custom Rigs actually contacted me on being interested in using my models for their kits because they apparently work with other builders, mainly Technic builders, not so much World War II builders. To me giving me giving my design to them, and they make it in instruction video, and I would get a cut of it. And originally I got quite far with talking to them, but around the time they showed up the paperwork, like me signing away, signing like I'm okay with them building it, and like the whole contract situation. That one was the moment when stuff was looking quite bad because one thing, my German is not good. I can read and understand it better than I can speak it myself. So at the time I was like, yeah, I do want it, but one thing, I want it in English. I could have said Dutch, but I personally wanted English, and at the same time I was happy I did it. But the contract, the paperwork that I got at the time was not professionally translated. It was quite bad. It was, some parts were even still German and stuff like that, and there were things missing. So I know another Lego builder, a good friend of mine, that also studies like law. So I ended up showing it to him, and he was speechless as much as I was. So I started asking like questions. Well, well, okay, this is like quite badly translated and stuff like that, and stuff like around my payment is missing, and I was like, is there like more paperwork and everything? So in the end, they didn't really respond the way I wanted, and I tried a few times, and at the end I said, well, thanks for your attention, or thanks for your showing your interest in my models and everything, but I am not going through with this because I don't feel comfortable with going through with this, because yes, I can sign it and everything, but it's like I'm not quite sure how this is going to take out, because I'm at that point going, I see the problems within this contract and everything. So I can sign it and hope for the best, but at the same time, a lot of answers were like not questions like at the time, and like I would be giving my models away. I would be giving them the right to sell like those instructions for like 3 years, which is quite a long time in my mind. So in the end, with everything not being as clear as I hoped, I pulled out because I wasn't really in the mood to be pissed off again shortly after the whole Martin Ludwig affair, because they really contacted me quite shortly after that, which may showed some sympathy, well, some which which most may have been saying this saw money in me, maybe just of, well, we like your stuff, because they regularly commented on my stuff and fave my stuff even on Flickr. So they may just really like my stuff and see it as a good opportunity for both of us. But I wasn't comfortable at the time, and so it was like, thank you, but no thank you. And an overall opinion of that is, I didn't trust enough to say yes. So my overall opinion of them is still good. They seem to be quite serious about what they want to do, and they are even nice enough to sponsor people like Model Like God and do like contests. So I think they are not bad people or anything, but from a business point of view, not everything was clear for me. So it was the best thing to pull out. So yeah, so if it would have worked out, you may have seen my models coming along on their website and everything. So, but yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, but that's one thing that also happened last year. So yeah, let me check the chat again. Um, Greenbird Wolf, I have some custom brand models. Some are quite nice. The only thing is like one scale 132 is the biggest thing I don't like about them. But they're a little bit too big. I built at times. Some people say at times 145 is too big, but 132 is even too much for me. So yeah. Like almost, I will find you like a star. Well, do you even know what my face looks like? So, look for cut plates. Well, not. Did he cut plates? I think. Well, it's more other part, some other parts. Hans Bender, can you please speak German? Let me see. Well, meine Deutsch ist nicht so gut. So yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's already been so long since I really had like German classes and everything. Soloff, did he copy your design? You don't mean Martin Ludwig? Yeah, he did. Can you please check out Lego Lucas on Flickr? Well, I know the guy, so I can. Why? Sorry, Green Bread Wolf. I didn't need a story. I needed an answer. What was the question? I like tomato. I think. Do you mean which model I like of them? Which one do I like the most? I think it's hard one. Um, I think like one of the Panzer two Panzer two ones that are quite nice. At the same time, I don't really. Their models are nice, but I can't say I love them in general. But it's more of how they do the detailing. It's not my favorite thing. Lego animes, do you think that you stand out enough? Well, uh, generally speaking, if you go to a convention and you take like military stuff, you will stand out anyway because it's quite rare in general. And as for my minifigures, I always tend to get it with at least someone else to watch over it all. We take rounds, so that's why so shit doesn't get stolen or broken down. But next coming year, I also want to try something a little bit else, which will bring a bit more space between me and the crowd. So also may make also will give a little bit better lighting. So Luftwaffles, I really want a Kobe to start selling parts. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, the Kobe guy, the YouTube channel, they follow me, which is quite interesting. They actually do have some interesting models, like the HE111, the bomber, the Heinkel bomber. I actually quite like it. I would just buy it as like a static model thingy. But them selling parts, maybe there's like a marketplace for actually for parts. Maybe you can look for that up. I'm personally not going to. I'm going full Lego. I will never mix that up with my Lego. Lego me animation studio. Hello, welcome. Lego Mans. I built minifix. Well, okay. Lego Mans. I have seen your face cam, but I don't remember. Well, that can happen. Hey, neighborhood bricks, welcome. Hans Bennett, can you make the making of the Ronald UA? Well, I already did, but that's private now. All my instruction videos at the time that were up are now private, except two. One was so old and so many times watched I kept where it was, and the other, well, that one was stolen, so the point of removing it was completely removed because the guy already had it. I'm caught up again. Continue, guys. Continue with asking questions. But yeah. Oh, green red hot. But seriously, besides the chart, do you want any models? No, I'm good. What I want, I generally build whatever comes in mind at the time that I want to build or have a good idea for some parts of a specific build. So no, I'm not really planning ahead of any specific models, but at the same time, Brickmania does like or does a lot of common stuff. Also now and then more rare stuff they have starting to do. So yeah. No, I'm good. So that's why I always save the links of instructions so I can learn from. Yeah, but it doesn't help if I completely set them on private. Some I just set up that you can't find them, and others I set completely private. So maybe hard time. Greenbro, I wish I live somewhat near you so we could do a nice collab. Well, So who knows? I'm going to show those minifigs. Uh, well, if you guys give me a moment, I can get some. The lighting is good enough here to actually show off my models on screen here. So Luftwaffles. Uh, if you're going to do that, you do know what I actually have like a little disclaimer here. It's do I have it even here? Oh no, on the if you go to my Charby1 instruction video, in the description, and I think also in the comments, I added a nice little description that I actually do mean. Timidiskello, what about the secret project? Is it going on? Well, I'm not busy with it. I think the secret project, I think that offer is still standing, but it's more on my side that I need to get going. And I'm actually thinking about it again a bit more. So yeah, but even for now, that's one thing I can't really talk about yet. If it is happen, you will know. I think some people may like it, and others may not really care. But yeah, this is a thing that I'm doing. But if you guys give me a moment, I will be relatively fast back with my minifig collection. So yeah, then I will be right back, guys. Hello guys, I'm back again. Hope everything is still working fine. Stop. Yes, my mic is still working. I nearly broke my neck for you guys. What the hell? So yeah, everybody's still here. Still 6 people watching. Yeah. Did I miss anything in the stream? Charles, hello. Greenbird Wolf, if you're still here, goodbye. Have a good night. So, everybody ready for a face cam? And the microphone camera goes on. Hello guys. I haven't shaved today, so sorry if I'm not on my best looking. So, you guys wanted to see a few minifigs. Well, I got a few here. This is the majority of minifigs I have. Of, well, ones that are in one piece. Let me say, put it like that. I don't. It took along my civilian figs, but I don't think they are the most interesting thing. So, which one do you want to see? Which minifigs want you? Which fix do you want to see first, guys? Like Italian, German, American. Give me a shout on what you want to see first. I hope also the quality is all right, because my internet connection should be okay, but I'm not sure how much lag the video will have. So yeah, Charles, can you repost the tutorial fields, please? No, not going to happen. I still note that Martin Ludwig is actually following on me here on YouTube. That's one thing that's kind of annoying, because if you flicker block someone, I think you will be unfollowed also, but that doesn't happen here. So he isn't smart enough to even put it in like settings that I can see, because I actively noted one of my subscribers is someone I don't like. So yeah, for the rest, he's completely blocked up. So he may actually be watching this. I don't think so. I think I hope he has better things to do in his life. So yeah. Fry Star Creations, hello there. Nice to watch another live stream of yours. French, do you have any British strength schooling around? Yeah, I do have one. So yeah, let's start with the French. And I will after that do the British. Let me think. What's the best way of doing this? But I'm not going to show every single one of them once some are really just pretty much the same with just a different hat. So let me see if this is all right. But these are, well, my French soldiers from Brickizimo. This one has like a commander hat, which is 3D printed. And the other one is, well, you're a standard French guy. Also, I should have commanders here. Oh, yeah, here. So this is more like it. So this is pretty much the whole combination. I still use the Lego Firefighter helmets because I like them better. I actually bought like a shit ton of Brick Arms Adrian helmets and realized they are actually too big to my liking, and I just don't like them. I bought about nearly for like 20 euros on helmets nearly alone of like 15, and it was a complete waste of money. So I'm really sad about it. So yeah. Are the 3D printed parts good? They did need a bit of extra work inside. It's still kind of really stuck here, but I actually need to, with a small knife and everything, needed to work a little bit on to make it fit a little bit better. But overall, the quality is good and it won't really break. Brigissimo only has like 2 prints, the normal one for the common soldier and the commander. And for the rest, also printed on the back. I do like the color. At first, when I bought them, I was not quite sure about the color, because I thought it was more of a dark tan they used, but this is actually quite nice, also quite different. The Minifig company is also should be releasing relatively soon some. If I can get my hands on some, I will actually buy them just to compare and try out, and to have a few more and a little bit different ones just to see what it is. So yeah. Brick Attack, you got any new tanks? At the moment, not. Only a few new car builds, which are civilian. Next up, French tanker. French. Yeah, let's do that first, and then move on to. Do I have more French? No, I don't have them yet. Well, let's move on to British tanker, which is Brigissimo torso, printed in a bit of an odd color. I got it, I think, when I did an order for Christmas. They only come in 10. This is I think a lieutenant print or something like that. It's not a soldier print, but one up, or sergeant 10. But these work just as well for tankers, because it's pretty much that what the tankers use, like normal army clothing, but then they removed just all the stuff, all the gear stuff. So this is pretty accurate. It has a print on the back, and it is in dark tan, which is for Brigissimo a non-production color. So this is a rare one. Yay for me. And for the rest, I actually most of my British are come from the Lego Indiana Jones ones. Let me first do a quick check on the chat. Sorry if I don't see everything now, because I'm trying to focus on one thing, and if 2 would be a bit much, so sorry about that. I don't have any 3D printed weapons here. I should go back up them, but showing off my brick arms isn't really that interesting. The only thing that is really noteworthy is some of like a few overmolds, and like I also have like a flamethrower, brick arms flamethrower, that one. I think it's the V2 version, and I think the newest one that was still as a proto was the V3. I don't have the original flamethrower prototype, the second one. Brackets show the vehicles. I'm not going to do that here. Watch my vehicle collection, because nothing really changed, or go to my stream if you really want to see my latest, but well, I can show that one because it took us long. This is my latest car build, Citroen traction event, but more on that on Flickr on photos. So check that. Luftwaffles, very nice. Are big Zemo prints good? Yes. Design-wise, there is better, but generally speaking, if you take something like, for quick example, something like it's Minifig Company, this is a Minifig Company minifigure, the Dunkirk one, which is lovely. It's really expensive. I bought it at Brickyzima and it was like €20, which is a lot of money for my minifigure. Now I bought two. The good thing about it was they actually had like these special prints, but this is really expensive. If I would buy Brickyzima, yeah, of course it's expensive because they already bought it. I do think they are resellers, so they do get the price off. So it's relatively the same. So if I would have bought it here in the Netherlands or in America, it would have been expensive anyway, and then I needed to import it all the way here. So yeah. Hello, Lego Lucas. So yeah, Norval, and I don't want to rap on Breaky Zero because they've been really nice in the future so far to me with everything in sponsorings. So maybe a little bit biased, but in overall, for the amount you pay for the figures and the quality, it's really not bad. And something like really like about Brickyzima's like the French figures. This is a collaboration between them and someone else, and it's a really really nice design. And the same goes for their Panzer Crew minifigures. This was also a collaboration, and I really really like those. And those are quite old even. And the one thing that about the biggest thing is most of the designs, because they are more busy with selling everything else than working on designs. I do know the guy is like these German designs. They're still good to use, but the design is at this point quite old. I think they are like 7-8 years old as design. There's nothing wrong with it, but they still sell them. They have been like updating them, but compared to something like this or this, there is a difference. But there's also a difference in price. So quality-wise, that's the quality-wise in as quality is actual quality, how you look at it as the print goes. But the printed quality is really good. This doesn't really scratch off. I've minifigures from 7 years ago, and they are still fine. And I think this one is also like 5 or 6 years old, and it is perfectly fine. So the actual quality and how long it lasts is good. It is a lot of nice small little detail also in the print. They can print pretty damn small on quality. So design-wise, maybe a little bit outdated at some points, but overall quality is good. Lego Brick Brothers. Hello, what's going on? Not much. Live streaming and showing off my minifigures and showing off how much money I spend on them. Well, at that point, 40%, 50% is sponsored. Yes, for me. Lego Match, you're another woman after all. You can do more than one thing at the same time. Funny. Cheers. So this stream is good. It's good to learn English for me. I actually used it with the German streamers. I actually been watching them more. I hope my German actually not my actual German, but listening to it will become better again. Holy puff of Wikizimo Master Race. Well, it's Master Race. I would go for minifigures. I really like their designs, but it's really expensive. So buying them is a bit of the amount of minifigures I buy, like a handful, and I go from like, oh, I could build a tank of that. It's like, what do I want out of it? So yeah, decisions. Anyway, going back to my British, the most of the British designs that I have are actually the Lego ones from Indiana Jones. I quite like them. They are about as expensive as to get as like British Zemo figure at this point. I would say to compare in price, and these are used, so sometimes you can see it a little bit. One thing I do is for some I switched out to arms because at some point in the minifig packs you had like a minifigure with health, yellow health, dark tan arms, and it's quite nice to have a bit of um, differences along them. I also have like one with the kills, and I have like 7 more, and this is pretty much how they all look. So yeah, this is what I use for most for my British designs. Yeah, and the other one I really use is another final British figs that I currently own are the ones that I already showed a little bit, the minifig company one, which I really like, and I still haven't, and I really want to use them in the market at some point. I love the quality of just the overall quality of everything. The print. I think at that point, this is the one company that really produces minifig in a whole that I just love everything about in general. And for general, I didn't buy them before because I don't have like PayPal or credit cards, and like shipping and everything. It seems like a pain. I'm the type of person, if I can get it easier, I will get it. So yeah, I really like Brickizuma, but I think in quality of design, I think I like Minifig Company more. As for quality over time, I don't know yet because I only bought this like last year. So how the print holds up over time for me is still something I need to figure out. So, but then overall, I really love these. And the one thing I do like is that Bricky's email is like an official reseller now of them, so they do get more of their stuff. So it's actually a lot easier now to get these designs or designs minifigures. What I'm talking about. Do you like Lego Frog? I think you're just joined. Not sure. Otherwise, hello. But do you like Valentine Bricks? I still don't have any maker fingers from. Oh my god! To some extent, because most thing he does is like doing German minifigs, and I will show you in a minute how much German and some of the figures I have. So I'm quite well off with them. So the one thing I do like what he recently showed were, I think, the Fallschirmjägers. I've bought the Fallschirmjägers. But yeah, the camera one he recently did, I really like those, so I really need to buy some. At the same time, I'm kind of bugging him at times from, hey, do sponsoring for me, come on. I make an amazing scene for you, something like that. I've been bugging more as a joke, but you can always try. But no, I really need to buy some at some point. But yeah, first really, I also want to buy something what I really want, and not just something to have, something I want to buy stuff I want. So yeah. But Found Bricks, that's still some of the things I need a minifigure of at some point, just to see what it is. But if it does more of those Fallschirmjägers, or I'm not even sure if they're stuck now, but I may pick up a few along the way. Lego Army Productions. I am from Luxembourg. Well, that's not too far away. Sort of would be interested if you could print on Lego. I'm pretty sure you can, but it's more a point. The hard thing to do is like you exactly need to know where the feeding nozzle starts on the figure, because if it starts on the wrong space, it will everything would be off. So I think it would be quite possible, but it's more a fact of getting it on the right spot to start. Because I've worked at a company before that made water cutting jets, and one of those things is that it's very important to where the starting point is very important, because if it starts on the wrong place on the plate, it will actually cut into nothing, and you can throw away a whole plate of metal and so on. And this is in basics a little bit the same. What you maybe better can do is like work out the size of, well, measure down the size and work something out, and just 3D print it loosely and glue it on if you really want to do it. But would be possible, but it would be getting that 0 point on where to start would be quite hard. So yeah. Lego World War II man, can you please sub to me? What do you do? Mm, mm, mm. Well, you don't have any videos, so I think. Oh, well, you do. You just don't on your main page. Let me check you out later. So next up, did the English, did the French? Let's do the Italians. One thing I've recently been working on are Italian designs, which do look quite nice. Actually don't have Dutch soldiers. At some point I used like the green Indiana Jones torso from the Russians, but I actually really want someone to do a proper Dutch design, because there are some Dutch things I do really want to make, but it's a shame that there aren't really minifigures to go along with. But anyway. But yes, anyway, my Italian soldiers, which is a combination of parts. The torsos are actually from Indiana Jones. These are the Indiana Jones torsos without the jacket. Well, those adventurer helmets. Short. I used the child legs, the short legs with a round yellow stud and a dark gray 1x1 plate. Two of them. So there is like a slit between them. The only really thing that you can do with this is like pose the minifigures with the legs. And overall, you could throw just 10 legs under them, but it's a bit less. This is more accurate, and also this is an Italian on a desert configurations, and maybe Sicily, so more Mediterranean clothing. I quite like them myself. So I have like another torso laying around already, but I don't have enough of the legs anymore. I actually need to buy quite a few more to really keep going. But yeah, I do want to expand on those, because I have already the CV and I want to do like some of the SPGs the Italians did, the Sofamentos. This one I really like, the first one of the series. I really like it. It's quite adorable to look at. So yeah. So these are my Italians. Yeah, our uniforms weren't the most spectacular. Ollie Poffy, I'm sure I'm messing your name up. Do you think the Lego community on Flickr has diminished considerably? Yes, no. It's still active, but you can really see when everybody has time to build. It has changed. But at the same time, I'm around since 2011, and I have seen the flame wars at the time 10. some people have actually quite literally said that the World War II community um, was complete trash because it's filled with bitches and assholes that are always fighting at the time. Somebody said something really like that. It still sticks with me. Um, so I, it has been more active, but it's still there. It's also, I think, a little bit to do with Flickr itself. It's been updating and messing around, and yeah. But I do think everybody very much still there. But at the same time, people come and go. I'm one of those person that's still kicking around, like a good few. The World Tool community. I've seen people because I'm now around nearly 7 years now, which is quite a long time, I would say. But you see people coming and going. The people with I started out, part of them are already gone. They stopped their hobby or whatever, real life. And what I personally now notice is more that I don't really keep up with the new guys that are coming up as much as I did, because, well, I'm older. When I joined, I was in high school, in my final year of high school. I then went to college, and for the last 2 years, I either have been working or unemployed. I'm currently the employed version, so yay, money. But everything in life, through life, you change, and it's the same on the people on Flickr. And maybe people have been moving off to something like Instagram. I personally don't really see the joining that, or Facebook. I also know people are doing that. So yeah, it has changed. I don't think at the moment it's for the worst. It's, around summer and so on, I think everybody would be more busy again, like Christmas. So yeah, demise maybe a little, but I don't think it's as bad as you really think it is. For me, the biggest thing is like keeping up with the new guys, the people that come in new with good builds. So sometimes I know people that are quite active and looking around. I check the people they are like, the favorites they do, and check them out and start following new people. So yeah. So yeah. Lego man, do you have Russian soldiers or Russian tanks? I don't have any Russian tanks, and Russian soldiers at the moment also no. The Russian side of things isn't my biggest interest. Something like Stalingrad is quite cool, and Kursk, but the whole, yeah, I prefer what I prefer. And I really prefer like the Mediterranean and like Normandy, Eastern Front a little bit less. Lego with two men, and I'm from the US. Well, that's then you're still quite early in the day. Hashtag Lego. Could you tip me on a good Flickr group about World War II? Well, I'm still part of a few, but I don't really do anything with it anymore. So I think you should just look up. So and if I really want to show that, I need to do a sheen square. I dare someone to build a rat. Well, let me throw off the camera for a moment, because yeah, that's the only thing I also gotta go. But nice stream. Oh, goodbye. But yeah, that's also the one thing I only do is like really add to groups. So share screen. You guys do know that the red are results on the red like tank. Most well, there's one built in Lego for real. Quality wise, it's not the best, but there are people like building it in LDD, which is quite interesting. But at the same time, if you go back to one of my videos, the Swag Gustav is. I met the guy. He actually built it. It's a 5,000 piece build or something like that. It's massive. So yeah, it can be done, but you need to be crazy enough to invest all the money in it. So yeah, but let's continue with the minifigs. Why would you drill holes in the minifigures? On the head, on the chest. Look on my Flickr to see them. Do you have a link to your? Can I easily find your Flickr account? Yes, I can if I go to your channel. Okay. I'm looking at it now, but I also want to continue with the minifigure thing. Hmm. Okay. Why would you drill holes in it? Anyway, wrong one. Well, let's show off. Well, I can show off a few Americans that I have. Next. Well, good for you that you do animations. I don't really have the patience to make them, so yeah. But can I continue with showing off minifigures? These are some of the American paratroopers that I have. These two are Ricky Zima, the two on the outside, and this one is from Brick Arms Self. Well, it's actually not World War II, but World War One minifigure, but I just used it for World War II. I won this one in a contest. It came with a shotgun and an oval molded shotgun shell and everything, which was quite nice. Just don't really have any use at the time. But yeah, the backs are also printed, which is quite nice. And overall, I quite like them. So yeah, these are my American paratroopers that I have. I don't really have any more, but I never really built American. So if I need them for a scene, I have them. For the rest, I don't really use them. The other thing that I actually won. The others that I have actually won last year from contests from Neighborhood Bricks, and these are from Minifig Company, and these are Pacific Troopers, which these are actually quite nice. I think that's some of the older designs of the Minifig Company. One of the arms is actually cracked. I still need to replace it, but they are quite nice. I may need to use them in the future for a build. But yeah, so far I haven't really changed anything about them. I only gave them other legs because the legs that I got were hand painted and I didn't really like it myself. But the torso quality is really good. The heads I also didn't change. These came when I got them. So yeah, overall quite nice. Um, um, mm, 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 mm. Legacy, the Dutch had World War One and outfits weren't even from here, but from okay, I didn't know that. I know some of the vehicles and some of the basic history, but equipment I'm not really too sure about where everything came from. I know some of the I don't know, like the anti-tank cannon they had. They had like a few bigger pieces. The aircraft I'm quite well known with. Some of them I do want to build. They had like the tankets, which were from the UK. They had five that were Grand Lloyd tankets with machine guns that were used at The Hague, I think, at one of the airfields there. They had the armored cars, of course. The Dutch at some point had two FT tanks. One was sent back, and the other one was at that point not used anymore, only as like a static thing. They removed the engine, so the only thing we had wasn't working anymore at the time. Still, an FT tank it wouldn't have done much good at that point anyway. So yeah, and overall, we did cheap out at the time. At the same time, I've been doing enough reading up that at the point where the Dutch would actually went, okay, we may actually need tanks, like proper tanks, and really upgrade. It was too late. It was around 1948, and at that point, everybody was rearming themselves. They weren't really that willing to sell to other countries to some extent. It was at least a lot harder. Um, Compared to that, like the Dutch East Indies was much better equipped at the time with aircraft and tanks, even. So yeah, uh, Lego Command. Oh, nice! I love Team Seats. Just here, yeah, they are expensive. Lego, you have too much Team Seat, less good pieces. Okay. Um, Lego Command. So any recommendations for making my M8 Scott hulls to make it look less like a Sherman? Um, mm, no, not really at the moment. I also kind of want to continue on with the minifigures because after that, I think I'm probably going to end the stream because we're also been going for nearly over 2 hours now. Um, so well, if you don't like it, change it. That's the easiest thing to say at that point. And this is one of the other things I oh, these are MMCB minifig codes. I think I said their name right. These are produced by I think an Australian guy, and they are quite nice. These are the normal German ones. I have a few more. They're all like variations. I have like a medic here, lieutenants. I think one with MP for the ammo pouches. I also have like for the cars and whatnot. These are really nice. This is our code, so you can pretty much put them on any minifig you like, and they are really nice. I have 6 of them for normal Germans, and I also have 6 of them for Fallschirmjägers, which I will show next. Waffen breaks. Hey, why no? Why? Why no? What did I do wrong? As next, I will show off my Fallschirmjägers. Like I mentioned, bye, I got to go. My battery is about to die. Yeah, then it's about a good time to actually leave. Until next time. Well, the next tops are my Fallschirmjägers, also from MMCB, MMBC, MMCB, something like that. It's like 4 letters. But yeah, I love these. These are really, really nice. And these are actually done just printed because the fact that um, because it's coat, it's longer, it's over the legs, which is really nice, and it's also quite accurate to how these looked like in real life. For the rest, I actually modded Brick Arms helmets. They also now produce them as is, but I modded them. And the other thing I used is like a Star Wars cap, which kind of looks like the German caps in Dark 10, and even has a symbol on it and everything. Dingeman, de Vel, komen die niet uit Australië? Don't they come out Australia? Is that expensive? Well, they come out Australia, but I actually bought some from Ricky Zemo at the time. They had at some point bought a few to check them out and see if it was something for the store, and they never really did. And that's and another guy I knew that they had them apparently, and they took them along to convention. So I actually bought some of them. I'm not even sure if they still have them now. They never actually went up to the shop. At the time, I bought them for less than €3 a piece. You need to fold them, and there's like a thing to a bit of a double-sided tape to fold it on. I do take a bit of care with them. I don't really handle them that much because they can be damaged. I had also like two British ones. I haven't shown them off yet. I still have them here, but at some point I put my nail too hard and you can actually see it. So I do take a bit of care in them, but these are really nice. Importing them, I'm not too sure. I've never really done that, so no experience with that. But they are relatively cheap. I think I'm not sure if you buy them from that guy himself what the cost will be, but because they are cheap relatively in itself, you may be a bit lucky with tax things and everything. For the rest, I also have like a camo guy. I still need to buy an extra medic helmet and cut that one down. I only have one, and I use them for my regular Germans. So yeah. And the back is also printed. And yes, it's out of fabric, so that's why I also say I take a bit of good care for them. The next thing I'm going to show off are my Panzer Crew minifigs. I have 5 of them. I'm going to show off 3 because they are pretty much the same all. These guys from Brickezimo. One has a headset thingy. They either have like either gave them heads like these, or well, if they're more casual, maybe a headpiece like I have now, or the standard Lego beret. Because in the start of the war, they kind of used berets, some type of beret, the German Panzer crews. So yeah, but these are from Brickezimo. It was a collaboration at the time between Lego Yuli. You may know him from Flickr. The Yuli clip is a joke we make about him because the amount of the amount of breakdowns he uses. But yeah, these are, I really like them. Well detailed. The only real difference is this one has like an extra badge, an extra cross, and the rest they are all the same. And let's go. I usually 135. Dingeman. You really thought they were that expensive? No, because it's fabric and not a complete minifigure. It's a lot less expensive. This is like decaling, pretty much. The only thing you need to provide yourself is the minifigure. But at that point, because you can't see the torso, you can just take any color torso, and you only need the right color arms and legs and heads and everything. So, so yeah, it's actually cheaper. But you do need to fold it all. It is cheaper. You still need to get them, and I don't think he sells them every now and then. Not always. Not sure. But if you want relatively cheap minifig designs, it can be a way of doing more minifigures than just buying printed one. Because if like buy TMC, that can be anywhere between 15 and 25 to 30 euro at times, at least 20 at Brickizimo. And so if you buy like 5 minifigures, 10, it's like 100 euro already. And if you can do now like for 20 euro, like 10, 10, 8 or so, that's quite good. You still need to get the minifigure, but you have the print. Yeah. The next one I want to show off are some normal Germans that I have. Oh, I lost helmets. These guys, these are the new designs of, these two are the new designs of Brickizima, which are updated designs on their old ones, and this one is from, I don't know. I quite like the design itself. Citizens Brick, I think, something like that. Or one of the other ones. The Citizens Brick one has a nice print at the back. The Brickizima ones, because these are like the lieutenants, they don't have like a backpack. But these are all in dark bluish gray, which is quite nice. And I have one other one, and I gave that one of those star caps in dark bluish gray, but it's currently missing its head, so not a lot of sense of showing that off. The other one, and then the final. Oh, no, a few more Germans. And yeah, and these are old dark gray Germans from Brickizimo. I have a few more of the normal soldiers, another two. For the rest of the general, major, and the lieutenant. I think I should have another lieutenant decals somewhere. I think I had two of those, but I've like 6 or 7 of these. They are quite nice. This is the older design of Brickizimo. Overall, the print is still good. So the overall quality is good. The higher ups don't have any prints at the back. The normal soldier does. So yeah, overall, I quite like them. It has something classic to it. As much as at this point it's maybe a little bit more outdated, it has that classic feel to them. So yeah, I'm personally myself not the biggest fan of details, but I'm the type of person that I like to handle stuff. I like to have deleted that something doesn't break when I hold it. The same goes when my mother say, if it's not strong enough, I try to make it stronger, because I like to pick it up and not at some point, like a BF-110 landing gear was so bad, just pretty much looking at it made it fall down, and at some point I improved it, which I liked a lot better because it didn't fall over. Next up are a few Snow Germans. But yeah. Next up are a few these two Snow Germans. These are just Star Wars troopers. The scout bike trooper thingies. I really bought them a long time ago, so also never really invested looking anywhere else for proper winter prints. If TMZ should do new ones in the future, I might pick them up because I do like doing snow scenes. But at the time, I saw someone really old build and a guy using like these torsos for his winter build, which I quite like, and it does quite work. It does work quite well. It's not the best, but if you want something, you could do this because I think it's cheaper than getting a printed figure. So probably I think you can get these scouts troopers. I'm not too big in Star Wars, but cheaper than a printed minifigure. So yeah. My final Germans are some that I won and I really have for a long time. These are the original Bukishima figures that I got. I personally don't really use them anymore because of the color. But these were my first custom printed minifigures I ever got. And they are, well, like the other ones, quite nice and good. And quality. These I've these since 2011, so nearly 7 years. It will be at the end, in the summer 7 years since I got them, and the overall quality is still good. Very, you can't say it has been scratched or anything. So I think this is a good testament to the quality of Brickyzimo of the print that it's still after so long it's good, because if it would be bad, it would be I think lost at some point. Like you can see the scratches. Oh, Mr. McYibben, my Polish friend. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know Brickyzimo has winter Germans, but it's like the standard ones, and I'm more keen to get because it's just these ones but printed white. Like this one is the same as this one as the print goes. Nothing wrong with it, but I do want a bit of variation in style. And the Team C one they did at some point was really, really nice. So if they do those again, I will actually buy them. If Brickyzimo if I can get my hands on, but I would love to get a few of them because I do like to do my winter scenes. Luftwaffles, what furnishing the print make the print less long? I have no idea, but at the same time, I don't really want to mess around with these prints. So yeah. And the last one of my Germans that I really got is one from Brick Arms themselves, and this is for an MG gun, MG44, MG42, 42, whatever you want. But I actually want this with the American shoulder a while ago. But I actually quite like the print. It's a shame that the torso doesn't come in dark gray, because I would use it all the time then. I may need to use it more again, but yeah, and overall, I really like the looks of it. Yeah, and that was pretty much my German collection. And yeah, Mr. Jacob, he paints like helmets and minifigures. I think he will know best what you can and can't do with a minifigure. So yeah, I would listen to him, not to me. I actually did forgot some of my forgot to show off some of the Americans I have, but I also have some MBT ones in for the Americans, for the paratroopers. At some point, I was actually considering these to use them for French soldiers, but then Zemo came along with their French soldier sign, so I just use them as Americans for now. If I really needed more French soldiers, this would be like a good stand-in to some extent. So yeah. Have you tried United Bricks? So far, not. Most of generally what I buy is from within the Netherlands, so it either has already been imported or comes directly from the Netherlands. Part of it is that I don't own a credit card. Also, the rest of my direct family, so far I know, doesn't, and I don't haven't made a PayPal account. So yeah, that's one of the. I probably need to get a credit card at some point, also because of going to conventions and getting hotels and then as a credit card, really really handy. Um, um, but no, that's the main reason. At the same time, I'm the type of person that I want my parts, the stuff I order, as fast as possible. So if I can buy it locally, I will, just to get parts faster. But that doesn't always work quite well with because you kind of miss out on stuff. Um, and the last ones I want to show, because I haven't got anything else to show off on Minifix anymore, are these guys. These are also NBC, and these are British printed ones. I actually don't really like these as much as the other ones I own from NBC. Quality is overall nice, but the code is shorter and everything. And the print, I also like that. Don't really like that some parts are like 10, the pouches and everything, and that's just a little bit less. And this also has one where I press like really hard here on the belt. You can't see it now with the quality of the stream, but if I just look at it myself, I can see that I actually damaged it. So that's a bit of a shame. So yeah, that's pretty much all the minifigs that I can show. Well, let me really little stream. You can check. Luftwaffles. Would you make your own minifig fabric cover be cheaper? Maybe cheaper, but I think then the best route to go is actually paying. But because like having that printed and everything, I think that's not as easy as you think as it would. So go at that point, go full on painting. Oh, the chat is picking up. Try Goldman, are you still around, and did you came back? What a husk cucumber. One thing I didn't show off yet. I don't have it here, so I'm not picking it up now. But from Mr. Jacob, he was so nice at some point when we originally met that he gave me a custom painted mini Mythic helmets. One moment, please. Anyway, I'm being annoyed by Jacob via Skype, but oh yeah, you're back. Dingman. So I would do the same, but the mailman can never find my house, so it generally takes a week longer. That's quite odd. So I'm taking your like living quite at a well, as a difficult location for the postman. You yes, sometimes some Dutch shops you can also use like posted but PostNL to like their postal office. So maybe that's an option to some extent for some of the parts you order, so you can pick it up when you want, so you don't need to wait a week. But yeah, Trey Goldman, show me some expensive stuff. Show you some expensive stuff. Um, well, I already showed these, but um, the most expensive minifigures that I bought myself are these guys, these British Dunkirk soldiers from TMZ, which were €20 a piece. So this is €60. They did come with one more thing that I quite like, and this surrounded map thingy. So yeah, that was also one of the things that did make me buy, because it has that little bit extra value, because you won't get it otherwise. So yeah. For the rest, if you really want to see most of the stuff, you need to go back. Or yeah, they messed around with the settings. Sometimes you can't look back; you only can see the live right now. So I hope you can go back, because I think for the last hour or so, I've been talking about minifigs with a few interruptions with people asking about other things. But it's also the most expensive minifigs. My most expensive builds would be R1 My 10 Peugeot, because it has one piece for about nearly €10, one of the 10 wedges. The other one, the tank, would be my pink M3D from Gulds and Panzers. Would you amaze you how expensive it actually is to build a pink tank? At that point out, how difficult it is to find all the pieces. I actually recently looked up to see if I can update it to make it even better. But the only thing I can update at the moment is like really the barrel, the 75 barrel, because I now use at the time I only could get round 1x round plates, and now I can also get the round bricks in pink. So that's pretty much my most expensive build. At that point, my most expensive build is my bridge layer, which came out over €200. After that, it's the M3DE in pink, which I really want to update, but I can't, because there's still not that many parts to update it with. And the other thing, the most expensive car, is probably one of the rare colors I did. What a car I did recently, this one, Traction Event, I also made it in medium blue. If you check my Flickr account, that was also quite expensive. Still worth it. And for the rest, yeah. What's over 200? I don't know. Whoa, 44 likes for a live stream. It's been going well. Over 200 for a model, yeah, but it has like 1,400 pieces. Generally speaking, if I buy, I try to get like a piece needs to cost around 10 seats a piece in total in a build for me to be about at the point where it's not expensive. Still, Brickmania stuff, you will get less. I think 200 Brickmania kits, dollar. I think you get even getting less parts out of it. This is not Brickmania levels of expensive, because you will at that point pay more. I think the biggest joke of a Brickmania kit last year was the cannon they did, which costed like 60. What was €60, or it was like $80? it had like two minifigures that explained the $80 thing, and it had a cannon. And the only thing it had a cannon. It was the point to hard cannons pretty much, but then the American versions of it. But it was a joke. The design, I built one myself last year, and I wasn't satisfied with it. I was building it for a mark that I didn't end up doing even. That cannon is at that point scrapped because I didn't like it enough. Also couldn't really see on how to update it, but that build itself felt like a bit like of a joke. And that was really one of the lesser hits because Brickmaker, generally Brickmaker is like, yeah, quite alright. Sometimes they have something I want to buy, like the Stuka, which I have the instructions for now, which I still need to build the final bit on the wings. After that, I'm going to probably modify it to my own liking on what I don't like of it. So I have pretty much Brickmania is an inspired kit. And sometimes they have something that just makes me go, what? So yeah. Yeah, Matt Jobin, I know you started watching Girls on Pencil because of me. Still, it's quite good. Have you seen the movie? That was amazing. I was quite skeptical going into it because it was going two ways. Because the series at the time was like, what the fuss was this about? How could be good? And it was amazing. And so I was like, how are you going to top the overall series? Because, well, it was so good. So, and the stuff they did at the end was like, how can you go up another one? And they did. They nailed it. So that was a fantastic movie. Turnout itself is $100. Yeah, I'm not even sure how many parts because I follow what they make, but not how many parts go in it. I think that's like that should be. Well, I generally almost the type of person to put a lot of parts to make it strong. So, but because of kit reasons, they need to put X amount of parts in to get that much return. So that's maybe a 300 piece build at best. So that can be built if I could do it myself with a standard color like Bruce Gray for €40 less, probably so. So you can go cheap yourself if you would figure out, just look at the photos good enough and figure out work out the design most of yourself. You can go cheap, but the only thing you need to do is buy the parts. And if you buy at a lot of stores on Bricklink, you will have the shipping costs with that. So you will probably save about maybe 20 or 30 on it in total. So generally you can go cheaper, I think, for most. Some is really hard to say, but it's also what you want self. If like this Tuka kit, if I would have bought it at Brigissimo, it would have been over €300. With for the parts in it wouldn't have been worth it. Then it's more for myself, but it actually had the stickers and the prints and the minifigures to make. Well, maybe. So it's how much you love that specific model. But let me go down a bit because let me go down a bit. Luftwaffe was set because they make good quality parts, but it costs so much. Some guys like it, but still, yeah, that's the biggest thing. In the end of the day, they are a company. As where Brickmania is now, it's. I'm amazed at how good it runs in general, and they have a team like they have a few designers and like making the print. But you do need to think of all the kits they sell. They do need to pay all those people. I think it's still a small company, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how big they are, but at max it's like 10 people. But if you need to pay 10 people, well, 9 because Dan is his own boss. So if it's go bad, he will feel it first. But in the end, he needs to pay all his employees all month. So you do need to always make that money. So I fully get why it costs as much as it does. So yeah, I and the market is for that. There are enough people that say yes, we want this. It's cheap enough or enough value for the money to buy it. And one of the guys that already left, he has like 40 Brickmania kits, at least 30. And if you just go think about how much one kit costs, multiplied by 10, 20, or 30, and that's a lot of money. So yeah, I got a Korean War Mag. Yeah, I saw your stream. Sort of, yeah. Only really hunt for the Luft, for the instructions. Yeah, I'm at the point that I just design myself, but I have the type of taste that I build stuff that not a lot of people have tried before. So that I can't really. I generally need to go my own way at that point. So yeah. But one thing I do highly recommend if you want feel like you need to learn more is like pick one Brickmania kit or any other kit, but I think Brickmania kit, and pick one you would really like of the lower to mid tier models as 10 goes. I would say one of the bigger ones, so like your Panzer IVs and T44s maybe. So not like really the Renault's FTs, but one that is a little bit bigger than that. So around the 100 to 100, 200 range, and buy one of those, just one, to get a bit of a feel to it for how like you can build a track setup and maybe get some parts to also get some parts. So once you build it and maybe tired of take it apart, and then you can build something else of it. It's like a new vehicle, but just to really experience really for the first time how to build a kit. At the time when I started, Brickmuseum also started around 10 with selling models from Brickmania shortly after, and I was at some for a few years still kind of considering, well, maybe I should buy like an one of the Stark threes or the M3 medium M3 light tanks from them to just to learn a bit more about how you build a Lego tank. So like buying one isn't that crazy of an idea to just learn a bit more of the basics. But I would pick one of the not the smallest tanks, but not the most expensive, of course. But your Panzer threes or fours in that size, but your Sherman size. Brickmania is also too big. They say they build around 35. Sometimes I'm a bit on it, on how much I believe that. But generally speaking, if I do look at how large I built my models in tests, it's really quite close to each other. So it's probably more true than wrong. So it is proper minifig scale still. But, well, yeah, so far nobody has been walking along because that can happen. I actually never seen that movie, but I don't like horror. I don't even like horror games. Current game I'm currently playing, I talked at the start of the stream, Subnautica. I love that game, but it terrifies me just at much at times. So yeah. Um, um, this stream is going fast. I own it. It's around 300 pieces, including tracks. Yeah. Um, I. Yeah, that's generally speaking. The one thing I tell Paul is like I generally in total generally try to bring the parts total on 10 cents a piece. Some are more expensive, of course, some less, but like 10 in total. So generally speaking, if you buy 100 parts, it will cost. Well, I'm living in the Netherlands, so it's 100, 10 euro. So in American, more or less the same. You can say, well, if I buy 100 parts, I want to pay around $10 for it. So yeah. Uh, yeah, you probably have somebody selling fake tracks. They also rip off their kits at times. So yeah, manufacturer price. Yeah, yes and no, because they're doing something quite interesting with the prints, with like the layers prints. So, same time, I don't own any of their minifigs, so I can't really say give my own opinion on it. Hi, Maniac Bricks. So Luftwaffles. I just don't really see a kid purchasing a kit for $100. Mm, I think more than you think at times, but yeah, it's also more with the help of the parents. Also, if you know what TMC week was in December, and I've seen some photos of people of I think most of the people still on Flickr are younger than me, between somewhere in the teens, buying for maybe 1,000, for hundreds to maybe $1,000 on minifigs. It's amazing how much some people can spend. So yeah. What's up? Not much. Oh my god, the chat is going so hard. Well, the one thing about parents that's about more stuff, when I also buy, like, I'm like to read like manga and so on. I also sometimes have bought figures and they're like, why did you buy it? And I'm my own grown man at this point, but I still live at home. But you're wasting your money. Well, maybe, but it's my life and my money, so I don't really care. So yeah, if you so yeah, that's the one thing with parents and everything. Try Goldman memes. Oh, we have a meme guy. But yeah, if I can stream, I will stream for several hours on end. But this space here is not mine, so my parents will probably go to bed in a little bit and everything, and at that point I will end it. And at that point we're about to reach 3 hours, so I'm going to end it at that point anyway, because my voice, because I'm the only one talking here. I'm not sure if you guys talking back to your own screens, but I would say typing more. But yeah, after 3 hours, it's quite. It takes a toll on the voice. That's why I also have a beer and some water islands at the first few times to get everything greased up. But Water Bricks, welcome back. So Luftwaffles, I've just feel like the middle about making instructions, because I worry about having the same issue. What, like, where Ed with that one of his tanks being stolen. Yeah, that really did suck. At the same time, I'm not really. I really hope I don't meet that guy. So I'm not really planning on going to any German conventions the coming time, because I may commit murder at that point when I meet Martin Ludwig. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. So yeah. You don't really have to slow down the chat, but if I scroll down, it scrolls down too fast. So you guys can ask me as much as you want, because that's a bit the deal. Because I can only talk so much. I can talk for about half an hour to an hour, and at that point, I really need conversation topics to go on. One thing you can do is, like, Brickmania every now and then actually sells instruction books. I got like the micro battle ones for, at Hardenberg last year. I did hassle a bit of money off it, but it was good value anyway. And they also have like books on the Battle of Barbarossa and World War One. There's also have one on Africa, but they are quite expensive. But you get like 15 vehicles out of it on instructions. So That is the next best thing if you really want to bring me in, but don't want to pay the money is to get those books and go from there. Uh, uh, I'm caught up with the chat again, so that's good. Um, um, or did I miss one? No. That's me. Haha, I just uploaded a meme on my second channel. Okay. I didn't know you have a second channel. Hey, Try Goldman, are you at that point? Are you actually good with new ad policy or partner program change? Because I don't have enough watch time myself. So are you still good? I think so because you have way more subscribers than me. Just wondering because it did hit me. So I'm not making a living on it, and so I don't really care. But yeah, my favorite tank. I've told it a number of times, but I think it would be the Matilda too. Maniac Breaks. Just wondering, are you going to make Penrose at some point? Yes, I will. For the time being, don't know. With me, it's always a bit of the question on when I will do it, but yeah, at some point I will, but I don't know when. That's the one thing with me. I don't know when I will build something. I only know when I build something when I actually did it, like the Citroen event. So only after once I build it. So at that point, I'm really random. That's a good thing. You never know what you build next. Um, so love waffles, yeah. Only now buy the books, yeah, and I do like one every year, two, something like that. And the quality is good. You know the parts you need and everything. So yeah, it's good quality. Those books, well, a bit overpriced, like $60 or €60 is for a book quite heavy. At the same time, the amount of views get you can reason a bit by it, but yeah, if it would be more like 50, 40, I think it would be better. Oh well. Uh, Mary Grace, has anyone joined some of your streams ever? No. I only ever have done it before, so far alone. And overall, I want to keep it an interaction with you guys. I tell for how the last 3, 4 I did now. The first few I did was like really experimenting and getting it in bit going, and now I know it's a bit more. But it's like first talking about what I've done in the time until the last one I did and everything. At that point, I'm like more going into questions and everything. Now, this time I showed off my minifigures and everything. So, but yeah, at some point I may need to invite people, maybe someone like Lucas or more like God if you have time. But the thing is, those guys need to have time to do it. And at the same time, where I live, my internet connection is good enough to stream, but is so bad I can't like stream gaming. It's too slow. So yeah. Um, uh, Luftwaffles, I think your watch time is good now for the numbers of hours you're streaming. Problem is, I set all my streams private afterwards because personally I want fun to be one of the things that you are together with at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. It's like listening back. It's a bit for me still. So maybe at some point, if I would kept them like visible, I think may have been better. But I still needed to close like 2000 over 2000 hours of watch times, which even with this wouldn't have been enough. Maybe it would be, but yeah, it isn't enough, at least for now. So yeah, if the channel would be like at least I need about double. So if the channel would be now about double its size and get the views that it would get 10 if it would double, I should be more or less good. So over 2,000 subscribers and everything. But at that point, I'm not really talking numbers, and I kind of still want to do this for fun for the time being. So yeah. Um. Ooh, chat is going fast again. Uh, uh, Try Goldman. Actually, I got no problem. I usually get around. Yeah, but you also have like 18,000 subscribers. So, like me, I'm because I said like I just need about double of what I have now, and I should be good. So if I have double the subscribers, so close to 3,000 now, I would say at 10, I would be good. So I mean, probably will get there at some point, but maybe you need to be a bit more active. But also, I've been considering a bit of a review style that may suit me more, something a bit more like this for like my vehicles in the future. So I hope I find the time to do that at some point because that's the biggest thing, time for me. Because I do work 40 hours a week and everything, and after that I do want to do other things and like editing a video. Instructions video took a full day to edit, make and edit down pretty much. So it was a full day of my weekend. Luckily, the rest of my life is quite easygoing. But yeah, I do have something in mind that's a bit more me in the overall. So yeah. German Lego group. What is? I don't know if this German Lego groups or the other German YouTubers because I think people like Lucas are quite screwed over also. So yeah, the one thing I do understand is that we are getting paid out what we earned if you are monetized. So that's a good thing. The silly thing about me is like I'm at 95% to being actually paid out, and because everything that happened this year with the apocalypse and everything, I never it just crept up because I expected it to some point happening 2 months ago, and it just was. But yeah, everybody around. I think more like that would be good, but everybody around under 2,000 subscribers will pretty much be fucked in general. So yeah, but the only thing to do is post more videos and get better at it or more popular at it. So yeah, but this group thing is actually quite new to me. But I'm also not German, so I'm not included. All the popular guys are German here. All these popular German builders, all World War II builders. Where are the Dutch? Oh man. Oh, at that point, I don't even. I have like an old Nokia phone. I don't even have like a modern phone. I have a phone that you can throw at the wall and it would still work. So I don't even have WhatsApp. More talk about the German group thingy. Maybe was if I ask you for instructions, say, would you give me something? Just wondering. It's fine if you don't. I don't really want to do it. I did it for at some point for Green Beret Wolf. He already left, but he also early on gave like what is it? What do you call it? A super chat. He did like 2 super chats and gave me a few dollars, and that's not what I'm asking here at all. But he did it a few times before, and at the point I was like, "Well, do you want any models of mine?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay." And he gave him one, but no. Generally speaking, no. Um, yeah, I do it for fun. And the one thing I've been doing last year with instruction videos was more to get traction, because I know instruction videos get few subscribers and everything because everybody's asked for it. And now I'm not doing it anymore. People are still bugging for me, and I'm like, leave me the hell alone. I want to move on now. But yeah, that's the one annoying thing about that. The other thing. And for the rest, I didn't mind doing it. I didn't love doing those. For the rest, I just want to upload what I like, and I love like doing the more videos I do now, like with all the faults and everything. A review video is something I still struggle with. Partly of my English, my overall English, like talking, is pretty good, but the few times like the way I did before with reviews, that is something I can't really do. Then I just kind of stop. So the one thing I want to do now more is like a little more of a Lindy Page way, just talking. I first want to talk and over at the photos. So the thing I want to do is I want to go like the Secret Interaction event is a car from the mid 1930s. It was revolutionary because of. I want to talk about that it was in the Indiana Jones movie, that I have one in the Indiana Jones movie. And that point, it's like, well, okay, well, yeah, my build has like has two doors that open, or like the real thing did. It's actually missing headlights, which was I couldn't figure that much out. And one of the other things I don't really do is another guy, uh, Portugal builder. He does like aircraft. My guys don't really know him. He does also post-war stuff. He does make a lot of ships. Quality is sometimes a little bit lower, but the amount he does is quite impressive. But he does it with face. I'm not really that comfortable with doing face, so doing this now for so long is quite interesting. But yeah, I want to do more like just me talking, and on for like it may end up like 10 minutes, and just with a few photos, but me just talking about the things. That's why I like the builds, and not like just like turning around, like more like that. I try that out, and it didn't feel like what I wanted to post as a video. So I'm still, as a review star, I'm still very much searching for something that is relatively easy, because I like when stuff is easy to do and repeat, and like as setup goes. Uh, and yeah, that's just me. Not like over everybody else, but something that just feels like it's me. That I'm being myself. So yeah, and that's going off on sometimes tangents like now. So yeah, let's move on again. Um, Martin Break, my sister says I'm crazy that I bought minifigs of. Um, that's the one thing that I stopped doing, is talk about how much I exactly spent on stuff like Lego, on minifigs and everything, and how much expensive it is. It just go, it costed a lot, and leave it at that. And because if I start talking exact amount of money, I will get complaints, because so far this year, and the month isn't over yet, I spent over €500 on Lego parts alone this year, and the year isn't even a month old. So I will see how the reaction is to that, but is how much I already spent this year, which is quite amazing, I would say. There was a window here to the side, and you can look into the kitchen. So I felt like I saw something. But yeah. But yeah, minifigures for €10 isn't that crazy. Even if you buy on Bricklink, minifigures, the cheap ones the new ones go for €3-ish. Minifig collectibles can go from €3 to €10. Generally like 5, 6. Even those minifig bags here in the Netherlands are quite expensive now. They start at like 250. So at the time when they were new, I actually quite like to go in the shop and feel at the bags, and oh, it's this one. Oh, already have that one. Next one. And oh, I want this one, and this one, and this one. And I went to the pay. Got like 4, and I went to the cash to pay, and it was like, yeah, you need €10. Oh, here's €10, and now like one is like €4. So odd numbers and everything. So that's quite not as much fun. Um, The thing is with your channel and one of the Lucas, people don't appreciate your works and they don't much about or entertained enough, even though it's beautiful. That's why the thing I want to do is like more Lindy Page thing. I don't want to do like a camera thingy or record my hands, because then it's too much thinking for me, because I'm not originally English. I'm Dutch, so I speak Dutch the best of all the languages I know, and even then I can fuck up my Dutch. So, but yeah, that's the one thing, and that's why I don't really like doing the spinny things, because it's not really personal. It shows off the model really well, and for like somebody like Mulligat, it works well. But also want like this more like a connection in ways. So doing like more like a renting, like just a video talking about the car, a car, a tank, and maybe like putting a disclaimer. Well, maybe I say something because, well, it's not my first language and everything, that I get something wrong and I don't know everything like that. But more like that, so you're more involved. So now I'm just really just talking. I think you can see more of the passion, and now you can also see me. So maybe that's also something I want to work towards at some point too. But you know, that makes much more of a connection, and that's the thing I want. And that's what I like about this live stream, because I know down the chat there's now a lot more people with questions or whatever. Yeah, we're involved. We're talking. Well, I'm talking and you guys are listening and typing, but you know what I mean. So that's something I do to some extent want to work towards too. And I think and that's also the one thing I find hard with comments here more than on Flickr, is that if people say nice, should I always say thanks? In Flickr it's a bit more easy. You can go reply, and then if all the people in one row, you go thanks, and here's like, do we need to say thanks to everybody? Because I'm thankful for looking at it, that people comment on it like that, but it's a bit hard to, and this is a bit easy to just speak to you guys and say, yeah, I am thankful that you guys take the time to watch this or any of my content. So yeah, but yeah, let's move on. Yeah, maybe I think here more than on Flickr, people want or only know to some extent the common stuff. Also, it's how you present titles in it. Because I use how I build my titles up. I see it more. It's like I do put like Lego World War II always in it if it's that, and I do try to make it somewhat clickbaity, because there's at some point like there's a brick film that I like some shots of that I just released of a B-17. I call it Lego World War II B-17 or something, and I also put it like well, this is just something I never finished and never really got on, but it's like the inside of a B-17 bomber, and it's not really special or anything. But it has nearly 3,000 views, it turned out now. And people were actually asking this last year, why is this a thing? And I was like, why are people watching this? And the only reason I think it's probably watched so many times, it says B-17 in the title. Martin Brick, yes, you did miss the minifix, so I would go back if I was you. But yeah, it's also, yeah. And like my collection video I did at the end of the year, it's in my top 6, it's nearly in my top 5 of most watched videos because of the title. Another video I want to do of somebody else's collection. I'm pretty much sure if I title it exactly the same way, well, it's bigger than mine, so I will go with massive collection, but I think it will get a lot of views. It's easy that. So it's also like what people search and know to some extent. But let me continue with the chat, because I think I may be boring you guys now. Yeah. Hey, Rebla, how long you gonna keep up the stream? I could start typing with you if you get bored. Well, I'm not going to go that much longer on. I'm probably going to end it soon, because Otherwise, people are going to murder me for being too light in the night. But maybe in the future we could do a stream together. Try Gold Man. So yeah, I'm always up for it on a Friday or Saturday. Also because of work reasons, I need to go quite early to bed, so it's only really Fridays and Saturdays for me. So yeah, but yeah, like Commando, goodbye if you're already not gone. So yeah, to break productions. Hi Rebla, hello, welcome. No, I can't stream video games. My internet connection is too bad, and my another thing is my bit rate is too low. The other thing is my um, I'm currently streaming with a laptop, and that's the best computer I have. It's actually a gaming laptop, but it's generally speaking, the games that I would like to play, then I probably settings would be too low and everything, so it wouldn't look as good. I actually want to build a gaming PC myself in the coming few months, I hope. So at that point, I may actually end up doing like I can make it more reasonable to actually record games. But I'm not sure. I'm not really the type of person that really is like talking to himself already when he's gaming. I'm more like just like immersed into the game. So I'm not sure if this will be the most fun, but I have uploaded games before, so yeah, who knows? Something like World War II is to start off with. Your Call of Duty, maybe some of the older ones, or Valiant Hearts. So yeah, but yeah, I'm caught up with the chat again. So are there any final questions? Anything? Often breaks. Well, goodbye. I'm also thinking of ending it myself now. So, but any of you guys, any questions? Anything else you got want to know? Because I'm getting quite hot here and everything myself now. So yeah, if you guys don't have anything else, I think it's about time to say good night. Because I'm starting to feel my voice a little bit. What's my favorite color? Ooh, probably bright blue. Bright blue would be probably my favorite color. I wear it at least the most. I'm currently wearing more green, but it's bright blue. Bright blue first, then orange and green, dark greenish. But no, blue, bright blue. So yeah. So yeah. Anything to talk about anymore? No. The coming time, yeah, I'm going to work on my work on my military account, and tomorrow I will be continue gaming Subnautica because it was fully released this week and I really want to get to the end. But that will still be, I think, another 10 to 20 hours maybe before I reach it. So yeah. Try Goldman, nice. We're gonna call it Streaming with the Masters. Yes. Maybe your channel because it's more popular. So yeah, but yeah, who knows? Maybe at some point I am open to it. I've never done it before, so can be quite nice. Maybe a complete failure, but it could be really cool. But I'm probably going with it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, uh, I think that's a good note to sign off on, pretty much. So I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight, and I hope you have as much fun as I had, because internally I really enjoy streaming because it's quite a lot of fun. If the stream, if I run out of stuff to talk, and you guys also, that this makes mostly the point I end, and also the places the moments I say, yeah, this is not as much fun as it could be, but this was really a good one. Also, it was quite a lot of fun of showing off my minifix. I hope you guys also enjoyed it. May need to do a video on it at some point, like the one I did with my collection, with just all photos and the descriptions and whatnot. But yeah, I think this is a good point to leave off now. So leave off on, and don't step on Lego bricks. Yeah, that's a good idea, Waffles. I did it last year, the first in a very long time, and that was really painful. Oh man. So yeah. Bye bye.